What if I told you that one of the richest men in New York City lived in a 28,000 square foot mansion off Central Park, owned a private island in the Caribbean, flew a Boeing 727 with a custom interior, and nobody, not even the Department of Justice, could explain where his money came from? His name was Jeffrey Epstein. He was born on January 20th, 1953. In Brooklyn, New York, the son of a Parks Department employee and a school aide. His family lived in a modest apartment in Seagate. He was a gifted pianist, a mathematics prodigy. He skipped 2 grades. He attended Cooper Union. Then New York University. He dropped out of both. He never earned a college degree. In September 1974, at the age of 21, with no diploma, he was hired to teach mathematics at the Dalton School, one of the most exclusive private schools in Manhattan. The man who ran Dalton in the months before Epstein's hiring was a former CIA officer named Donald Barr, the father of William Barr, who would one day become Attorney General of the United States under Donald Trump. 2 years later, Dalton fired him. A parent at the school recommended him to the chief executive of Bear Stearns. Within 4 years, he was a limited partner. He resigned in 1981 after an internal investigation into a securities violation, and then he disappeared. When he resurfaced, he was a billionaire's money manager. He claimed he managed money only for clients worth $1 billion or more. He had one publicly known client, Les Wexner, the founder of Victoria's Secret. In July 1991, Wexner signed over full power of attorney of his entire personal fortune to Jeffrey Epstein. Years later, congressional investigators would identify more than $1 billion transferred from Wexner to Epstein. In 2005, a 14-year-old girl's stepmother walked into the Palm Beach Police Department. She said Jeffrey Epstein had paid her stepdaughter for a massage. Detective Joseph Reckery followed that single complaint and documented 30 underage victims. In 2008, United States Attorney Alexander Acosta signed a non-prosecution agreement. Epstein pleaded guilty to a single state charge of soliciting prostitution. He served 13 months in county jail. With work release, he served his sentence walking out the door 6 days a week to an office. 10 years later, in November 2018, Miami Herald reporter Julie K. Brown published a 3-part investigation called Perversion of Justice. She had tracked down 80 surviving victims. 8 agreed to speak, 4 agreed to be named on the record. The case reopened. On July 6, 2019, Epstein landed at Teterboro Airport in New Jersey. Returning from Paris, federal agents arrested him on the tarmac. The Southern District of New York charged him with sex trafficking of minors and conspiracy. They alleged he had abused dozens of girls, some as young as 14. Between 2002 and 2005, he was held without bail at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Lower Manhattan. On August 10, 2019, at approximately 6:30 in the morning, he was found hanged in his cell. The New York City Chief Medical Examiner ruled it suicide. The Department of Justice Inspector General report, released in 2023, documented the failures. Both assigned guards were on the internet and asleep. They had not conducted required cell checks for hours. The cameras outside his cell were broken. His required cellmate had been removed days earlier. His brother hired forensic pathologist Dr. Michael Baden, who said the breaks in the hyoid bone of Epstein's neck were, quote, more indicative of homicidal strangulation. The medical examiner rejected him. In December 2021, Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted on 5 federal counts of trafficking minors. She was sentenced to 20 years. In December 2025, the Department of Justice released a 1996 FBI report filed by a woman named Maria Farmer. She had warned them. 23 years before he was arrested. 23 years before he died. 23 years of girls that nobody listened to.